And welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the grand finals of ESL Open Cup number 170 Asia. We have a beautiful best of 5 ZVT before us, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Sister, and we have the best Zerg player in all of South Korea. He just took down Hero 2-1, representing CranKy Gaming. It is Dark. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Sister, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. Predictions are open, but by the time you hear this message, I believe you will only have mere seconds left to place your bets in the chat for who you believe is going to be this week's ESL Open Cup champion. The Terran or the Zerg. The Protoss are all gone. Both Hero and Creator were not able to make it through. Creator getting knocked out in the quarterfinals, and Hero getting knocked out in the semifinals as well. And now we found ourselves in the grand finals, and we I'm getting some deja vu. If you were here with us last week, this is a repeat actually. ByuN versus Dark have faced off before in the finals, and ByuN used these 2 racks openers, sometimes 3 racks openers, with 2 at the natural and 1 in the main, to great effect. His Reaper control is undeniably the best in the world. And oh my god, I think Dark is asking if he's 3-raxing him. Ay. Not like this, Papi. Not like this. We do have a hatch gas pool opener here from Dark, which is important to take note of because Dark is known to go for pool first whenever he sees an opportunity for it, as his Overlord is about to check and confirm the 2 racks from ByuN. So for those wondering, this is a very uncommitted way to open up 2 racks. It gives you a lot of Reapers early on. It gives you map control. It gives you a lot of momentum to begin with, and it's at home, so you have a full wall off and you can expand behind this. You can transition as well. Dark, though, wants none of this. He's responding with an all-in. Reapers are showing up here in the main base, and oh, we do see some nice control here from Dark. He does pull away the weakened drones. He hasn't lost anything major yet, not even a Ling. The Queen is on the way, but this Reaper is about to be joined by its brother, and he wants a drone. Oh boy, for the time being, Dark does invest into 6 Lings, not 8. Sorry, 6 Lings, not 4. So we do have a pretty big commitment into these Lings. Behind this, we are doing our best here to deny scouting, deny vision in the main. Dark wants to try and keep this Roach Warren hidden. Oh, and here we go. The Reapers are dipping on in. The Lings are going to try and zone him away, but no, the Reapers head towards the main. But they do not scout what's going on. They see the gas being mined. They do see the the spawning pool researching, but he did not see the Roach Warren. Back at it. No, he's going for it. Oh, he's going for a faster TC. Oh, mate, this could just be over. This could be it. We have such a greedy response here, going for his natural and his 3rd TC at the same time before the starport. This means we won't have a Banshee to defend. It means that units in general are going to be delayed. Dark is rushing across the map with everything that he has, and ByuN is not ready. He's got add-ons on the way. He doesn't have any units. Look at the units. He's got 3 Reapers. He has 3 Reapers, and that is all he has right now. Ay. Dark rolling the dice and just hitting a nat 20. The roaches reveal themselves. Concussive shell has begun. ByuN is going to try and defend here with Marauders, with tanks, with Cyclones, with whatever he can make. Oh my god, he still has another add-on on the way as well. He went for an add-on swap. He's crazy. Oh my god. Delaying any factory production. And now with the power of these Roaches and Ravagers, Dark is going to be able to bust on through. Concussive shell is going to be denied. The wall is no longer a wall, and the Lings can flood on in. Behind this, again, there is nothing from the factory because he prioritized the add-on swap. We have a Banshee on the way instead, but it is oh so delayed. And by the time the Banshee comes out, there may just be nothing left. Bile's going to be raining down. Oh god! Raining down on the bunker. The bunker falls. The Roach Ravager's pushing on forward. The Banshee is mere seconds away from coming out. The Lings! No, the Lings a little bit misrallied. They could have already been here, and now they are. Oh god, the Ravagers, there's a little bit of awkward movement going on here, but there we go. The Lynx have finally made it past. The Banshee's going to be able to focus on every single Ravager. But the Lings, there are just so many of them. Like, what's this Cyclone going to do? Nothing, mate. Ay, ay, ay. Cyclone gets biled down in the end. GG gets called. Question marks laughing in the chat. That's all I know. And Dark will take the first game. Oh boy. And I love this. Again, for those who weren't here last week, ByuN and Dark actually went all the way to the ace match. Dark did win the series overall, but ByuN was abusing Dark with these 2-racks openers. And I'm sure ByuN was hoping that Dark would think he was banking up Reapers, which is what happened last week, where ByuN would bank up Reapers. It would delay his transition, but he would transition nonetheless. Dark gambled, though. Gambled well. And, yeah, took game on. Was able to take game number 1. Ay, ay, ay. The chat's just catching up. The chat is catching up, Poppy. Alright, here we go again. It also isn't the fault of ByuN. Like, ByuN with his Reapers, he wasn't able to get a scout of the main base, so he didn't know that Roaches and Ravagers were coming until they were already at his doorstep. So that's why he just wasn't prepared for it. He wasn't able to get that scout off. And now, we're going to be getting into game number 2. Game numero dos. Oh, very quick first game. Very quick indeed. See in the chat, more like ByuN rolling on that one. But here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon. We have the best Zerg player in all of South Korea, representing Dragon KyZ Gaming. It is Dark. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion, unfortunately unable to scout the all-in last game. It is ByuN. Oh, Smurge, Maddox isn't here. Smurge. He's going for the same opener, by the way. Once again, setting up for a 2-racks opener. ByuN has been using this, again, to great effect. I don't think game 1 really reflects how good ByuN can be with this opener. You know, he did kind of fall in his face, but that wasn't necessarily... it was his fault because he didn't scout it in a way, but, you know, it isn't always the case here. And ByuN, he believes in this opener, in this matchup. I believe he's the only one who really does this. Like, out of Cure, Maru, Gumiho, ByuN is the one who does this the most often, the most frequently. Maru was messing around with this a little bit. I think ByuN got this from Maru, to be fair, as I believe Maru was messing around with it a couple of months ago. But yes, he's going for the same 2-rack setup. Back at home, Dark just going for a hatch gas pool. And we'll see how Dark will respond to scouting this. We'll see how ByuN will adapt. Here we go. The Overlord is going to dip on in. Does confirm once again the positioning. I'm pretty sure ByuN is telling him he's 3-racksing. I'm pretty sure. If we can get some translations in the chat, because that's how Dark lost last week. Because there were 2 raxes here at the natural and 1 in the main. And Dark was upset about it. I'm pretty sure that's why he keeps bringing up the number 3, but I could be mistaken. Same reaction. We have a Roach War and we have a second Gas Geyser. This time, ByuN needs to be more adamant about his scouting. And there we go. He sees the second gas, and that is already a tell. Honestly, he doesn't need to see the Roach War, and he can piece it together from here. To be fair, this could be like 2-base Muta, like 2-base Lair, sorry. Could be a bit of a different setup, but ByuN is piecing together the clues. Oh. And back at home, he's going into a much faster add-on transition here. Oh, and he is setting up a 3rd rack. He's going into a 3-rack setup. Okay, interesting. So with this, he won't have a tank or a cyclone, of course. His tank, his cyclone, his medevac production is all going to be delayed. He's going to be relying on, yeah, we've seen this before, he's going to be relying on concussive shell to defend instead. He throws down the bunker on the low ground. This is so he can protect his add-ons, because obviously with this opener, your add-ons are exposed here on the outside of the wall. And we have seen ByuN defend against roach pushes to great effect doing reacting like this. As the roaches have been confirmed in the middle of the map, they are being slowed down by these Reapers. Dark still not droning. He is supply blocked, unfortunately, but are we going to see lings or drones from here? There we go. He's ling flooding. He is committing to the all-in. 21 drones is all Dark needs. Meanwhile, the Marauders are on the way. And we'll see if ByuN can defend against this. You know, his boys have already been pre-pulled to repair. ByuN's not being able to do too much. We're waiting for the lings to reinforce. Reapers come in from behind. Pick off whatever they can. And once this bunker falls, then Dark is just going to be sending everything in towards this ramp. Okay, he's morphing in a couple more Ravagers. Behind this, still no droning, by the way. See, sounded trying to go for the translation, but there we go. The piles are going to connect. The bunker falls, but there are still so many Marauders. ByuN trying to force this back, but he has to back off. He has to respect all these piles. With the death of all these lings, though, Dark is getting on top of the Ravagers. One Ravager goes down. I don't think Dark can really tango with this. Gonna try, though. He's committed. He's still just rallying more lings across the map. He doesn't even care. Oh. Meanwhile, Stim just now starts. Another bunker is on the way. Oh, but we're losing a lot of Ravagers. Oh, this is a bit of an overextension from Dark. 2 more Ravagers go down. We only have 3 left. Oh. And without any Ravagers, Dark has no hope of breaking this. There we go. He backs off. He drones. But these are late workers. Dark is miles behind economically. ByuN once again showing us that he can defend against roach pushes, specifically on this map with this kind of reaction. Once he scouts it, once he confirms. Dark is now in a lot of trouble. So ByuN is going to be staying at home. He's going to be banking up his Marauders, his Marines, until Stim and Combat Shields kick in. The upgrades are still on the way. The power of the 3 racks is about to be revealed. We do see a scan. ByuN confirming no additional gases have been taken, so he knows it's not going to be a lair muta follow-up, which is very common. Mutas are a very common follow-up here if the roach push doesn't work. We've pulled out of gas. Oh my god. We're going once again for another all-in. Dark droned up for a moment, but he's trying to lure ByuN into a false sense of security. ByuN, upon scanning, should have also recognized the lack of drones here at the natural. Dark wants to try and catch ByuN with his pants down. Oh, the rocks are knocked over. You love to see it. ByuN making sure he doesn't get surrounded. Meanwhile, just continuing to ramp up that Marine Marauder production. We have our factory. We have our starport finally on the way. ByuN, I love this. He did kind of rally his Marine around the edge of the map just for a scout. And with this Marine, he's going to be able to confirm if more lings are coming and if there's any drones, if there's any third. He confirms the lack of the third. We'll even delay it. Up. And ByuN could I don't think it's the wisest choice to move out right now, but he's thinking about it. I think it's wiser we just wait here for the medevacs. There's the add-on swap. 2 medevacs are going to be on the way soon. He goes for a scan. He sees a lack of drones. Throw down some more bunkers. The boys are being pulled. He knows an all-in is coming once again. Is 1 bunker enough, though? Is it going to be enough? Here we go. Dark once again diving on in. The piles. Ooh, connecting with the bunker, but the SCV survive. They're going to be able to top it up. Oh, there's so many Marines and Marauders, though. There's just so much on the ground. There's no way. There's actually no way. Dark goes for the 3rd base. Ugh. Hey, we're gonna get some more biles here, but the splits are too damn good. The Ravagers are being focused down once again. ByuN is up in army supply. GG gets called, and ByuN fights back and takes game number 2. Ooh. Damn. GG, well played. I should be updating the score out of game. But GG, well played. We have a tied up series here. And yeah, ByuN showing that, hey, as long as he's able to scout, as long as he sees the all-in, then he can prepare back at home. He won't be anywhere near as greedy, taking a fast third CC, taking up into a factory and a starport too quickly. He can prepare, he can deal with that situation. He definitely can. And now we're going to be getting into game number 3, and I wonder if, I don't think ByuN is going to change his openers. I'll be honest, I don't think he will, but we'll see. We will bear witness. Game 3 is going to be taking place on Neo Humanity. We'll see who is able to take a lead in this series and get the momentum, because whoever wins this game is going to be one game away from taking the entire series and the tournament. Oh boy, it's going to come down to this. ByuN, will you hold me? Dark, come into my big arms. Es the sounder. Ay, ay, ay. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have the South Korean Zerg player. The Zerg player representing CranKy Z Gaming. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, redeeming himself in game number 2, we have the South Korean Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. He's doing it again. I'm telling you, it's ByuN's go-to opener in TvZ. It's just been so trendy for ByuN recently, in the past couple of months. He likes it, puppy. He likes it. It's a way to just be aggressive, be in the face of the Zerg player, and not be all in. You know, be able to transition seamlessly out of it. As the 2 Raxes are once again thrown down, walling off here on Neo Humanity. And this time, ByuN's add-ons aren't exposed. This time they will be on the right side of the wall. Meanwhile, Dark once again goes for a Hatchgas full standard opener. I doubt... we'll see. I was going to say I doubt he's going to respond with a Roach all-in again, just because we saw how well ByuN defended. But we are on Neo Humanity. Because of that, the rush distance is very short. It does mean that the Roaches are going to hit faster if he does go for it. It's just a really risky maneuver to go for. And I would prefer it if he didn't, honestly. Would prefer it if he didn't. The Overlord dips out across the map, confirms the Raxes, and Dark does not get an additional Gas Geyser. He does not throw down a Roach Warren. He is going to be trying to approach this in a different way. In a different manner. Is going to be looking to drone, take a third base. And we're going to get into a longer game. Let's go. So far, this series has been very chaotic and very intense. A very quick series so far. But here in game number 3, we're returning to normalcy a little bit more. As normal can be. First Reaper gets across the map, does force a Spore out of Dark. Oh, he wants that drone. Wants it, Bobby. He wants it. So far, he is going to be zoned away here by the Queens and by the Lings. ByuN not overcommitting. He only makes 3 Reapers. With this, he can, again, just dance with the Queens, deny creep tumors, dive in, and maybe get a drone kill or 2. It's just a way to really assert yourself at the start of the game. And it's going to take quite a bit here for Dark to save his third base. Like, this third is getting a lot of hits in. Well, the Reaper's getting a lot of hits in. Behind this, ByuN is transitioning. We do have that factory on the way as well as the CC. So third CC before Starport, very economic opener. That third is getting very low, by the way. The DPS output of Reapers is insane. He's gonna force a cancel. Oh my god, he kills the drone as well. ByuN doing so much with these 3 Reapers. Over time, their damage does add up. Oh, and Dark just couldn't really do anything about it. You see the Reapers rotating back around, looking for an opening into the natural. Hoping that maybe Dark was off of creep. Soon Link Speed will finish up and then Dark will be able to deal with this. But until that point, these Reapers are going to be a thorn in Dark's side. Behind this, we do see the 1-1-1, the Starport's, the third CC before Starport. Stim is on the way as well. Oh, it's not even a standard. It's such a weird. It's kind of like a 2-on-1, like a 3cc 2-on-1 in a way. It's so weird how this opener works. He's gonna have such a large amount of Marines. He's not gonna have any Hellions to speak of, but he will have some Banshees. So fascinating. Meanwhile, here we go. Because of this, ByuN is going to be pretty defensive. The downside to this opener, now that the Reapers are dead, there's no map presence, right? There are no Hellions, there's no medevacs or drops, the Marines are stuck at home. So ByuN is just completely giving up map control to his opponents by doing this, and I'm sure Dark is happy to get it. Now he can, of course, saturate his third base, he can take a faster fourth, he can spread his creep to his heart's content. Speaking of a faster fourth, there we go, drone is on the way, you can get a macro hatch. Dark has a lot of freedom right now. Only right now though, because ByuN is going to have an absurd amount of Marines soon. He's going to have Stim, going to have combat shields. Like, the push that he goes for is going to be pretty terrifying, and Dark has to be careful not to over drone and not to cut too many corners here by the time ByuN does move out. Meanwhile, ByuN isn't going to be just stuck at home completely. He's going for that Banshee as well. Like, kind of like a 1-1-1 setup. It's like a weird hybrid between a 3cc 2-on-1 and a 1-1-1. It's really fascinating to see. Like, the builds kind of come into form. Meanwhile, we have a second Banshee on the way. Cloak is now done. 3 more Raxes are being thrown down behind this. The third CC is spotted by Dark. But what about that Banshee? Oh, yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty in position. We have 5 Queens and 2 Spores. The Banshee is going to be able to get... Oh, almost a drone kill. But Dark handles this beautifully. Meanwhile, there's our macro hatch. There's our 5th base as well, as Dark did double expand. Ooh, miscontrol from ByuN. The Spore takes down the Banshee, and now there's only 1 left. Cloak is going to come into play. It's going to be able to pick off some of these creep tumors, but only 1. And now, pretty late in the game, at around the 6:30 mark to the 7-minute mark, medevacs are coming out, and now ByuN can finally be active with all these Marines. We're just waiting for medevacs so we can go for that drop play. Up until that point, though, double Evo chambers, 1-1 on the way. Again, the double expansions, the 3 hatcheries. We have our... Oh, we actually don't... No, there we go. We have our lair, Baneling speed as well. Dark just getting ready to go into mass Ling Bane. Meanwhile, the Marines are moving out. The medevacs are going to be keeping up with them. Ooh, we're actually moving out with our tank as well. This push is going to be that much more committed, but a bit of an anti-timing. We are going to be hitting without 1-1. As you can see, 1-1 is still on the horizon. The tank does get a beautiful spot here on the high ground, though. He's within range of that mineral line. Oof. Queens are having a hard time dealing with these Marines, but here we go. The Lings are getting ready for a wraparound, and there just aren't enough Marines here to defend this tank. So Naga is taking over. I feel like ByuN is going to get the hell out of here. He's gonna get out of here. The Lings rush on in. The tank gets a couple of volleys off on those Banelings, but the tank goes down. Oof. And Dark doesn't really take too many losses. 2 drones and a queen. I think a queen? Nah, just 2 drones. Just 2 drones and some creep tumors. Dark is able to deflect this pretty seamlessly. From here, we've got 1-1 finishing up for the Zerg player as well. Baneling speed, Hydra Den on the way. Already done. So Lingbane Hydra is going to be the composition of choice here for Dark. I think this is a wise choice because we are going to be seeing a lot of drop play from ByuN. We need some form of anti-air, and going straight up Ling Bane into Ultra in this position can be a difficult thing to accomplish. Up. Ooh. Nice control there from ByuN. He does pick off one of those queens. Same time, ByuN trying to set up a force here through the center of the map. Fort CC on the way. 2-2-2 starting up. 2-2 even. Starting up. Ugh. But yeah, his pushes just haven't really been able to accomplish too much. I mean, look at the drone count. Up to 77 at this point. We could work up to 80 if we really wanted to. ByuN trying to pull apart Dark, but he's all over this. Force to split up here towards the right-hand side, towards the south as well. ByuN is doing a decent job clearing up all this creep. But that is going to trigger a counterattack here from Dark. He does spot the fourth base as it's being taken. Do we have much here at home to defend? Thankfully, there are no Banelings, so ByuN is going to be able to fend this off. The Banelings arriving a little bit too late. The Ling Bane armies of Dark just dancing all over the map. And despite having the Hydra Den and despite having Hydra upgrades, we don't have any Hydras yet. Dark just focusing on pure Ling Bane. The Hive is on the way, so he could go into Lurkers. I don't know if that's the wisest choice. We were talking about this earlier in the series, earlier in the day, about how defensible Neo Humanity can be. But before that happens, oh god, a mineral line is going to be going down. The Banelings will crash into those depots, and they get in as well. Ooh. There just wasn't enough here to defend. 20 SCVs go down. Depots as well. Marines, tanks. ByuN, just a lot of his supply out of position, focusing on his assault. Oh my god. And he's not really doing much with it. Like, he's kind of being active on the map, but he's not pushing onto creep, and there's Ling Bane waiting for him. The tank was on siege. Dark is just all over this. Dark attacks, he defends, he cleans everything up. Ooh, not the most efficient trade here. Oh god! Not the most efficient trade for Dark, but he does cripple the economy of ByuN, and now he's forcing a massive reaction out of ByuN. No! The Banelings, they're being morphed in off of creep. Every single Baneling is going to be going down. Dark is in trouble right now. He needs Banelings to defend. Ling Queen is not going to be good enough. It looks like a couple of Banelings are just barely going to morph in time. And with this, Dark, he defends against the counterattack, and that apparently isn't it. ByuN, how many? He has lost 33 SCVs. He's still got 61 workers. ByuN, his worker production is insane here. He's still keeping up in the economy with his opponent. Now he's going for a Doom drop. But now the Hydras have arrived, and the drop play is going to be shut down with that. We now have some more consistent forms of anti-air. Spires on the way as well. We're not over-investing in Hydras, only a handful of them. We're not looking to get into Lurkers. Now, what's hurting Dark a little bit here is his lack of drones. There we go, 6 drones pop out. Because we're at such a low drone count, that means that these trades, they do kind of hurt him a little bit. That's why the supplies are pretty close. But it looks like Dark has recognized that, and here we go. He is droning up a little bit more. ByuN, though, is keeping up. He has lost a lot of his high-tech units, like his tanks, basically. His tank out was reset. He's still got a lot of Marines to work with. 3-3 is on the horizon. Likewise, Dark is refining his army. He now has his Hive, and with it, he's getting into his Spellcasters. Whether it's Infestors or Vipers, they both have their own roles here. But we are getting into those Vipers. 2 of them are on the way. Pathogen glands being researched as well. Even, oh my god, we're going for both of them. We have 5 Infestors and 2 Vipers. 6 Infestors even. Make it all, Papi. Make it all. And after all the chaos early on, ByuN is kind of stuck at home. Has been stuck at home for quite some time. Now he's going to be moving out with a handful of Marines, but he's being met by a lot of Ling Bane. Oof. We have a pretty formidable tank line, but I mean, that's where Vipers come into play. That's where Blinding Clouds come into play as well. As we can see, that Spire, just merely for a greater Spire, it's being morphed in, so Dark is kind of opening up all of his tech paths. This doesn't mean that he really has to go into Broodlords, but if he needs to, he has the tech available to him. As Lingbane Hydra Viper isn't going to have the best time trading here. Just look at how many tanks there are. We need to take to the skies. We need it to eventually transition into Broodlords. And then back out of Broodlords. Oof. As Dark is going to try to find an opening, but god. ByuN has been able to just solidify himself so hard here. We were talking about it in Hero versus Dark when Hero was trying to go Sky Toss here, right? There are just so many choke points on Neo-Humanity. It's so difficult to break these positions, and as a result, both Protoss and Terran can slowly expand and slowly take more bases. And because of all these choke points, it's so difficult to try and punish that, but here we go. Dark is going for a massive surround. The Vipers are coming in as well. He won't commit. Did lose a lot of Lingbane in that fight, but he wanted to because he's morphing in all of his Corruptors into Broodlords. Oh, it's scanned! Oh my god. ByuN, he sees the Broodlord transition immediately. Thors are on the way. Should be seeing some more turrets being thrown down as well. ByuN is getting ready for them. At the same time, we have a Nidus in towards the natural. I don't think ByuN has seen it. Uh-oh. ByuN, he's too focused here on the front lines. There we go, the Nidus will complete. Lings are flooding into the national. Not too many though. Literally only 2 Lings. So Smurge might be Smurge, but here we go. The Broodlords move on forward. They're getting sniped by those ghosts though. Ugh, the Infestors are having a hard time pushing forward due to all these Liberators. Both players trade with each other. One Broodlord went down. Up! Up! The snipes are okay, but the Fungals are better. With those Fungals, the Broodlords can go to town with those ghosts. Again, another massive Fungal on the entire army, and that may just be it. Ay, ay, ay. The juiciest Fungals possible, mate. Every single ghost got covered. And just like that, both armies were maxed out, and ByuN drops 50 supply. No more Fungals are remaining here, but the Banelings, they roll on forward. The fresh base is under threat. The Broodlords are uncontested. Maybe I spoke too soon. The Ghosts are able to get a couple of snipes off on those Hydras at least. The Banelings. The Banelings not the best trades with the Thors, but nonetheless we can afford these trades. As the Banelings do Vero to try and go for the SCVs. Up, up! Can they get him? A little bit undecided whether to go for the SCVs or the Ghosts. But regardless, what's important is the Infestors survived. They survived and now they're ready to go another round. The Fungal once again! Oh my god! Every single Ghost, every time. GG gets called. Dark takes game number 3. Oh, I'm so impressed that he was able to get the initial Fungals off just because the Liberators were there to zone away those Infestors, so he was having a really hard time pushing forward. He came in with the Vipers, yoinked the Liberators to remove those Freedom Zones, and almost every single time ByuN was just not expecting the Fungals. He just was never pre-split. He was never really prepared for that with those Ghosts. Every time, just the Fungals would get such a big clump of those Ghosts, if not all of them. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. And with that, in the late game, Dark is able to outcontrol ByuN a little bit there, despite ByuN's really solidified defensive line with the Liberators, with the tanks, with his Ghosts, with his, it wasn't a planetary to be fair, but you know, with his defensive structures. Oh, Dark breaks on through. And even though ByuN saw the Broodlords, it was a little bit late. You know, Thors were being produced, but it took a while for them to really come out. They weren't ready in time. The Scout was. Again, it just took a little bit too long for ByuN. And now Dark is 1 game away from taking the entire series and becoming this week's champion. ByuN is up against the wall. He has to bring it back here and now. Here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing CranKy Gaming. Currently up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. Uno mas, one more is all he needs. It is Dark. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And and Dark is going to be spicing up his openers here, is going for a pool first. Now I'm curious. I am curious here how this will all turn out. We do have another 2 racks opener every single game so far. ByuN has gone for this 2 racks opener. He's in love with it. He's all about it. He likes it, Bobby. He likes it. And I don't think pool first is good against this, I'll be honest. Just because we're going to have a full wall, we're going to have multiple Reapers as well. I'm curious how committed Dark is going to be. He makes 6 lings. Oh, we'll see. We'll see if he can break on through. We'll see if he can get any damage done. I'm very curious to see this dynamic play out. There we go. And we see why we went for a pool first. We're going straight into a Roach Warren from here. Lings are going to be rushing across the map. The Overlord did confirm the opener, so now we do have eyes on this, and as a result, the Lings are actually going to be staying back at home. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't think that like a pool first 6 Lings can really do too much to this wall and to this setup, so they're going to be used defensively instead. But the Roach Warren is much faster in comparison, just because of the pool first. The Reaper tries to dip in, confirms the Lings, confirms the pool timing, and how late this hatchery is. But he needs to go further. He needs to get this scout off. Meanwhile, it's a 3 racks. I was so distracted by the pool first that I wasn't able to see that. There we go. We have confirmation of the Roach Warren. ByuN is 3-raxing Mass Reaper. Let's go. Upon seeing that Roach Warren, by the way, he tries to go for Tech Lab. He wants Concussive Shell, but the Lings are here to stop him. The Lings have arrived. A lot of damage is dealt to this Tech Lab. Concussive Shell is on the way. That's what ByuN relies on to defend against this. But can Dark get there fast enough to deny it? Can he deny the upgrade? Ugh. There's just so many Reapers. 5 Reapers here, just bouncing all these roaches. 1 Reaper's going to be going down. Here we go. The rest of the army's pushing on forward here. Can we get on top of that Tech Lab? If we can snowball into a win. Actually, we're droning behind this. Okay. Dark with only a light commitment. He's not link flooding. Oh, being very careful with that roach. Doesn't want to throw it away. Doesn't want to lose it. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Do you see Concussive Shell is done? And again, because we're droning behind this, there is no onus for us to try and break this position or anything like that. We're forcing a massive reaction out of ByuN, and Dark can turn around and go back home. And from here, normal game. It's kind of crazy, right? It's crazy that ByuN opens up with the 3 racks. Dark opens up with a pool first into a Roach Rush, and like the aggression is ending. There's a little bit of a skirmish here, sure, but like everyone's just chilling. We're all transitioning. Stim on the way. We're droning. We're making SCVs. Like we see what we got. We don't want any of it, and we're just backing off from each other. You love to see it. Well, ByuN doing his best to try and be annoying and delay this 3rd base. There we go. ByuN not quite as attentive with his Reapers. 3rd is thrown down. Meanwhile, at least ByuN is able to get a kill here on the Overlord in the middle of the map. Just trying to deny more of that scouting information. And we are going to be going into a standard 3-rack setup. So what this means is we're going to be moving out without medevacs. This hits... I mean, it depends. I guess we could wait for Medivacs, which is probably not ideal. But because of that, we have to be very careful with how we utilize our stim, as we won't really have any way to heal up. Every stim is going to be hurting our army here. We're going to be moving out with a massive chunk of Marine Marauder. This does hit later than a standard 2-1-1, as 2-1-1 hits around the 5-minute mark, so this is going to be 30 to 45 minutes after that. So Dark is going to have more time to respond, but I worry here. He goes in for a bit of a scout. He's not quite ready for this. Looking at the unit tab, we have 3 Ravagers, 2 Roaches, and 13 Lings. Oh, but ByuN isn't committing. Looks like he's waiting for... Oh, let's go! He's going all in. He's pulling the boys. It's not your typical 3 racks. It is a 3 racks with the boys being pulled as well. And without Banelings, SCVs, when you pull boys like this actually does work quite well against Roaches. They do a great job tanking those Roach shots, those Ravager shots as well. ByuN, he's going all in. Oh, and here we go. The Marines are stimming on forward. They're trying to focus on whatever they can. The Lings get evaporated. He's getting on top of the Queens as well. Oh, the Ravagers doing what they can, and Dark knows he needs more. He tries to pull a couple of drones here. Oh. But with his Ling reinforcements, it looks like Dark has enough, and this may just be it. ByuN, he just threw away 15 SCVs. This push had to end the game. It had to kill Dark. But it just wasn't enough. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We're going for a second pull. Let's go, Bobby. Every boy, essentially every boy, is being pulled at this point for the second wave. And you know what? Dark is droning. Dark is being caught droning here. It's possible that ByuN may be able to find an opportune moment. He still has a lot of Marines and Marauders remaining after this. Up. Wilds are going to be connecting with the SCVs. Every single SCV is going to be going down. The Marines and the Mortar, they're trying to get on top of the Ravagers. It looks like they're getting on top of the Queens. Oh. ByuN barely is breaking through. Barely, but 24 Lings are on the way, and these Lings are going to be able to clean this up. The damage dealt is not enough. Is he going to do it again? And you can see how overstimmed this army is. The last of the Marina Marauders go down. GG gets called, and Dark is going to be this week's ESL Open Cup Asia champion. GG. Ugh. GG, well played. A very chaotic series. A lot of back and forth. A lot of ByuN going for 2 racks openers, and sometimes the 3 racks as well. It's just the new current meta for specifically ByuN's TvZ. Whether it's a KSL, whether it's an ESL Asia, this is just his go-to. Not many other Terrans out there are copying ByuN. Not many of them are kind of looking at him for guidance on how to do this. It's just, yeah, something that ByuN enjoys doing. But alas, Dark was able to keep up there. Didn't overdrone, thankfully. Did keep a lot of his Roaches and Ravagers alive from the early game as well. Oh, and yeah, he was able to prepare himself for that 3 racks for the all-in. GG. GG, well played. Not gonna lie, I was expecting him to pull the boys a 3rd time. I can see the chat catching up. Just letting the admins know the score. Oh boy, and yeah, with that, I hope everyone enjoyed their time here tonight with ESL Asia. Oh my god, I'm doing such a bad job at keeping track of this. Here we go. Bam. Bam. There we go. That is the end of the series. Dark with the 3-1. Oh, despite there only being 1 Zerg player this tournament, sure there was Mondo and sure there was Hyperion, but when it comes to the top Zergs, it was just Dark, and that is it. No Ragnarok, no Solar, no Dongray Gu, no Scarlet either. Just Dark standing tall against a sea of Terrans and Protoss. And Dark was able to become victorious. He is the best for a reason. And we got a lot of really good games here. His series here against ByuN, quite chaotic and relatively short overall for a best of 5. But his series against Hero, that was a PvZ. If you tuned in a little bit later, I highly recommend checking out the VOD. Dark versus Hero was amazing. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty, Bobby, a thing of beauty. And it's such a shame that it was only a best of 3. It went to the ace match. I would have loved a best of 5 between Dark and Hero, and I'm sure we will get them, you know. Dark and Hero, they're good enough where they keep facing tournament after tournament, week after week, league after league as well. So I'm sure we'll get plenty more of that. And yeah, ByuN and Dark just having some fun here in the in the finals. You'll love to see it, mate. You'll love to see it. GG, well played. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves in the chat. And that is the end of the second broadcast of today here on the CranKy Ducklings. We're going to be live once again in around 5 or so hours. Let me just double check the timings here. Let me just confirm. In 4.5 hours, 4 hours and 30 minutes, we will be back live once again with ESL Masters Asia closed qualifier. When I say Asia, that doesn't include South Korea. That's Southeast Asia, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong. Basically, the new season of ESL Pro Tour is upon us. And the qualifiers have been going on this weekend, and we have been doing our best to cover as much as possible. We've been live 3 times a day, every day since Friday. For the past couple of days, and we have been going on a marathon of casting, marathon of streaming. So far, we've been able to hold up. Thankfully, we've been able to hold strong here. We've been able to steadfast, if you will. And yeah, it's going to keep on going. Tonight, in 4 hours, is of course ESL Asia, the closed qualifier. After that is the closed qualifier for Europe. After that is the closed qualifier for America. We have to sleep at some point. I would love to cast Europe. It feels a little bit bad that we're not able to be there for a lot of the European players that we're fans of. But the Ducklings, we won't be casting the European closed qualifier, but we will be casting the American closed qualifier. So if you're interested to find out who makes it through, who makes it into the regional main events for ESL Masters, then tune into the Ducklings. Hit that follow button. We got you covered. We got you covered. And when I say we, I know I was solo casting, but the CranKy Ducklings, we are a casting team, a team of admins, casters, players. We are, you know, a relatively well-established organization at this point, trying to cast as much as we can. Tonight, I will most likely be joined by Yakuzaku. Maybe. He did actually have classes today. I was like, what? You have classes on the weekend? He's like, yeah, I had to wake up early. I'm like, god damn it. So Yaku may be a little bit tired, but if he isn't, maybe he'll join me for like a game or two, for a little bit for the ESL closed qualifiers, the Asia closed qualifiers. So stay tuned for that. Stick around, or come back, I should say, after the break, and after you get some time to get some food, get some water, all that good stuff. We're going to be featuring the players of Oceania, Southeast Asia, China, and Taiwan, Hong Kong. So a lot of StarCraft going on this weekend. A lot of StarCraft. And with that, if you're interested in maybe some of my solo content, I do stream throughout the week. Sando was memeing a little bit about it, about how I never 12 pull, and it's true, I don't. Sando knows. But if you're interested, I do stream some Zerg ladder gameplay over on my own personal channel. It's very different to the content here because it's just laddering. I'm playing through Diablo 2 as well for the first time, so if you're interested in, you know, some of my solo content, you can find me there. Otherwise, if you're only interested in casting, CranKy Ducklings. CranKy Ducklings all over the place. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. We have it all. We have it all. All of our VODs are uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis. So if you maybe want to tune into something and you can't tune in live, check out the VODs on YouTube. Everything does eventually get uploaded there. Unfortunately, we upload daily, like one tournament at a time, but we cast more than one tournament a day. So as you can imagine, because of that, the YouTube uploads are a little bit behind, you know, our regular casting. Everything will eventually be uploaded to YouTube, but we're limiting it to one event at a time uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, well, it'll catch up eventually. Copium. Copium, Papi, copium. Thank you so much, BK8. Thank you so much for the subscription. We appreciate the support. You have gained access to our emotes and also our special sub channel on Discord. And also, replay packs. Because we cast so much, we do provide a lot of replay packs to our subscribers. You can do whatever you want with them. You can cast, you can record videos, you can learn from them. You can learn from some of the best in the world. So if you're interested, we do have that for you. Thanks for all that you do for the community. Oh, thank you, BK, thank you. I appreciate it. We're doing our part. We're doing our best. So yeah, if you're interested in the CranKy Ducklings, you can follow us all over the place. We post whenever we go live. If you want to support the Ducklings, you can subscribe on Twitch, or you can check out our Patreon. What is our Patreon, you ask? Well, we host our own tournaments. We host 3 bi-weekly events, and they are designed to support certain regions of the StarCraft scene, specifically Oceania, Southeast Asia, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Latin America, and the regular America, North America. So our tournaments are targeted towards those regions mainly because they kind of need some support. KSL has been amazing. Korean StarCraft League has gotten so much support for the Korean scene. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Don't want to take away from that. But some of the other smaller regions, they also need some support. They need it sometimes even more than Korea, to be honest. But they are smaller regions, and they have a smaller audience. Not as many people are interested in NA StarCraft or Latin American StarCraft. We're aware of that. But just because they're not as popular doesn't mean they don't deserve support. So we're doing our best to try and provide for these smaller regions, especially because we're pretty close with them. Like, we have a lot of pro players in Latin America. We have a lot of our own pro players, like Ducklings in Oceania as well. So we are quite close with those regions, and yeah, you can help support us via Patreon if you wish. Otherwise, just follow us on Twitch for whenever we go live. Myself, Yaku, Asher, Kuro, Chase, Chappie, whoever happens to be casting at the time, we appreciate your support. Thank you. And with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We'll be back in 4.5 hours with some more StarCraft. Until then, we appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate your hydras, stretch your roaches, massage your marines, and drain your disruptors. We'll see you guys next time. Congratulations to Dark and ByuN again. Until then, bye.